Hello vinyl community, this is Grunge Finland and today I decided to make a video about myself and introduce myself to the vinyl community since I haven't really done that yet. And I also included the vinyl tag video thing to this same video. And yeah, so to start off, my name is Jani and it's spelled like Jani, and I am from Finland and I am 24 years old. And yeah, I think these 20 questions kinda tell quite a lot about me and my collection so far, so I think this is a good way to introduce myself. So we could start from the question number one, which is how many records do you own? Currently I calculated that I would own 190 records. It includes all 7 inches and 10 inches and 12 inches. So that is my whole vinyl collection. Then question number two, what kind of record player do you have? I have this Lenco L83 record player. I probably show it to you sometime. Or probably I can show it to you now. So this is my record player. It has this dust cover, and yeah, I know this might be quite a shitty player, but I'm gonna get better one sometime. I got it from my girlfriend as a birthday gift, so it's pretty basic. And here are my loudspeakers, which are Audio Pro T14s, and it's a Swedish company who makes these. I think they are a pretty good one. So I have basically 2 of these right here. Alright, so that is my record player. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get a new one someday. I know that is not really good record player. It costs about 80 euros, but at least it's not one of those costly pieces of shit. So I think it's better than that. And question number 3, how old were you when you started collecting records? Well, I actually bought my first record ever in 2009, but I really and then I bought some other records too, but I mostly bought CDs. But I planned even back then that I would one day get a record player, so I didn't play them just for fun. So yeah, but I really got into this collecting thing only last year. I hadn't bought records in 3 or maybe 3 years. So yeah, I got into it last year properly. And I was 23 years old last year. So yeah, what is the oldest record you own is question number 4, and I think this means the oldest pressing you have of some record. And I checked from Discogs what I have, and the oldest album I have in my collection is Santana's Abraxas, which is a really great album. I heard it a lot when I was a kid, since my father used to listen to this one quite a lot. It has really classic Santana songs like Black Magic Woman, Oye Como Va and Samba Pati. So yeah, he's a really great guitar player, and all the other players are also really good. I actually found this from my grandpa's house. He had some records, so I found it from there, and I thought, well, I'm taking this one to home since my grandpa passed away 3.5 years ago, so he won't be needing this anymore. Or my grandma lives there now, but she doesn't have any use for these. And this was actually the original British pressing. And another one I wanted to show to you is from year 1975. A Finnish progressive rock classic, Nuclear Nightclub by Wigwam. And this is like one of the most influential and important Finnish albums from the 70s and all time, if you look at the Finnish rock music scene. So this is a really important album, a really great album. So I recommend you to listen to this one if you haven't heard it. Great players and great music. Songs like Freddie, Are You Ready, Kite, Simple Human Kindness, Do or Die, Nuclear Nightclub. So this is really great album, and I found this from my local record store when they opened last summer, and it cost only 25 euros, so I got it with a nice price since this was in really good condition. But yeah, those are two of my oldest records. Then question number 5 is, what is the first record you ever got? This is actually the same for me in the question number 5 and question number 6, since question number 6 is, what is the first record you got with your own money? It's the same album. I bought my first record with my own money, and the album is Greatest Hits by the Foo Fighters, and I bought this when the album came out in 2009. I think it was like November 3rd, I think. And I bought the CD version like one day before, and then the next day I went to the same store and bought the vinyl version of it. It's actually still sealed, as you can see, and it cost, I think it cost 21.95 euros. But yeah, I think this is a really great retrospective of Foo Fighters' career, and yeah, I'm a huge Foo fan, so I have to have this one too. Then to the 7th question, what is your favorite colored vinyl? Well, I'm a huge colored vinyl fan, so I had to pick a few since I couldn't just pick one. But one of the albums I picked is Razorblade Suitcase. The Science of Things by Bush, and it's on this really cool transparent dark green / black. It has like these black swirls. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So now you can see it. It's pretty damn cool. It's like transparent, but it has like this kind of black smoke in it, really cool Music on Vinyl reissue of the album. Let's put this back. Sorry about this. Yeah, this is a really great album. I love the colored vinyl versions, Music on Vinyl releases, and I hope they will reissue the fourth album by Bush, which is Golden State. I think that is a really great album too. It has actually never been released on vinyl, so it would be first time. Then one of the albums I had in my mind is Kyron Uras's Ujubasa Juba. I don't know how to spell it, you maybe saw it from my last video, but this is a really cool purple with like turquoise splatter or blue splatter, as you can probably see. It's a really cool colored, like, yeah, one of the coolest one I have. And this was released by the Finnish record company Swart Records. So then the third one on my mind and the final one on this list is Kingston Wall's Real Life Thing. And Kingston Wall is this classic Finnish progressive rock band from the 90s. And they broke up after the lead singer and guitarist Petri Valli committed a suicide in 1995. So they released only 3 albums, and this is the first ever vinyl issue of this live record, and it is a 5 LP set, and this is on a really cool yellow with like purple, red and green splatter. As you can see, this is a really cool splatter vinyl too, and a massive live record, so there's a lot to listen on this one. But yeah, I recommend you to listen to Kingston Wall if you like progressive rock. It's really great stuff. And yeah, that is for it for the colored vinyls. So we have to move on. Next on the list, question number 8. What is a discount album you own? This was a really hard one for me too, because I have gotten like multiple great deals. So I think I'm gonna make a video about all these deals someday, and also I'm gonna make a video about my colored vinyls or records. But yeah, first thing that came to my mind is this massive Pearl Jam VS/Vitalogy like box set. I think this was kind of 20th anniversary box set or something like that. This is like huge. Maybe I have to make a video about this too someday, but it has VS on vinyl, then it has Vitalogy on vinyl, and then this Live at Orpheum Theatre live album, which is a really cool thing to have. So yeah, this is like massive. Then we have this like box over here. It has really much, like, it has a lot of stuff here, some pictures and guitar picks and some kind of stage passes and stuff like that. Then there is actually the sticker from the front cover. It peeled off sometime, so I put it here. And then it has some kind of composition like booklet. Has some cool stuff in here, some pictures and like track lists and stuff. Then there are all these albums on CD as well, like this on this cool box thing. And then a nice bonus here is the Self-Pollution radio program hosted by Pearl Jam from the 90s, 1995, January 8th. And there are some cool stuff in here. It's on cassette, so this was a really cool thing to have. But yeah, about the price, well, I saw this, I think it was like December 2012, 2012, and it was Christmas time. I think it was like 2 days before Christmas, and I went to my local store. It was actually the same store where I bought my first record ever, and I saw this box and the price tag said only 90 euros. I was like, damn, 90 euros for all this stuff. So it sounded like really weird for me. I thought it would cost easily over 100 euros. Like, I thought it would be really expensive. But even more funnier thing is that when I went to pay the box set, the guy on the desk said that, yeah, since it's Christmas time, I can give you this coupon, so you get 10 euros off the price. So it cost only 80 euros for me. And when I went home, I looked up from the internet, like the Finnish record store like chain, which is Levykauppa X, Record Shop X, and it cost like, was it like 220 euros there, and I got it with 80 euros. So that was a bargain for me, at least. And when you look at from Discogs, the median price for this box set is like, well, I think it was 137 euros, and someone had even paid 226 euros for it. So it's pretty expensive. Another one I had on my mind was this great new Finnish like punk rock slash shoegaze band called Teksti-TV 666, which is basically Text TV 666 in English. And this is their first EP. They have released 3 EPs, and then Swart Records released like a compilation of the 3 EPs, which includes all the songs from the EPs. And yeah, this is the first EP, and I found this from a local record fair with only 15 euros. I actually like checked what records the guy had, and then I saw this and it didn't have any price tag on it. So I was wondering like how much this is going to cost, and then I asked the guy and he said right away like 15 euros. Then I was like, what? And the reason was that this album costs like 50 euros. Like if you check from Discogs, it's the median price of this album is 51 euros, I think it was today at least. And usually people set asking price like 50 to 100 euros from this. So this was a really great find, I think. Really interesting band. And then the last great bargain I had was The World Needs a Hero by Megadeth, and it was from the same guy who sold me that last record, and I got this one with 45 euros, and this is on really great condition. I mean, like, look at it. It's in really great condition, and the record itself is in really great shape. So I was really happy to get this one. And if you check from Discogs, this costs like, the median price is 85 euros, and someone has paid 127 euros for this. So this was a really nice find too. Yeah, those were my bargains. And then we move on to the question number 9. What is your prized possession? Well, this one was quite hard too. I thought this meant like, what is your most expensive record you own, like currently. And I checked from Discogs. Well, basically this Pearl Jam box set would be my most prized possession, but I thought I wouldn't include any box sets on this list, and not those albums that have been sold like once in Discogs for 300 euros, because it's not a realistic price, I think. So I thought I would pick 2 albums from there, and the first album I picked was the Smashing Pumpkins' Machina and the Machines of God, and this was like the most expensive record I had if you checked with median price, and this was 89.29 euros currently in Discogs. And I was really happy when I found this album, since it was on really beautiful condition. It's it's almost like mint. It's so good that I thought it was like mint good. And some Pumpkins fans say this is crap, but I think this album has some really good songs too. But yeah, that is one of my prized possessions. And another prized possession I have, and this was according the maximum price on Discogs, is Soundgarden's Down on the Upside. And this is the original 1996 pressing on clear vinyl, so this is the colored version, and only 1500 of these were pressed. And yeah, this is a really great album, and according to Discogs it is worth 135 euros and 49 cents, so that's quite a lot. But obviously the death of Chris Cornell affected to the price, but it was like 90 or 100 euros even before his death, so not that much, but a bit. Then question number 10, a record by a female artist. So this one was quite hard, since I don't really have albums from different like artists. They are mostly bands I listen to. So I picked one of the very few female-led bands that I have on my shelf, so far at least, and it's Beautiful Garbage by Garbage, and this is the original UK pressing. And yeah, this is a great album, not as good as their first one, but I think this has some great songs too. And yeah, this is one of the few albums where I have where a female is the vocalist, at least. And then question number 11. A record by your favorite band. Well, this one was easy, since Foo Fighters is my all-time favorite band and the most important one to me. So I picked up their 5th album, In Your Honor. This is the original US pressing, and there was actually 2 versions of the US pressing. The other one had 45 RPM and the other was in 33 third RPM, and this is the 33 RPM version, so I think this is more rare than the 45, at least according to Discogs, but I don't know. Yeah, and this was actually really cheap for me too, since I got this one with 25 euros and I like bought it this year. So this was a bargain for me, and the only like bad thing about this was this like watermark here and here, which isn't like bad. The records are in really good shape and the cover is otherwise in really good shape. And this is 4 LP set, and the reason I picked this album is that this was the first like rock record I ever like had, and this album got me into rock music. And hadn't I heard this album, and especially the song Resolve, which was the song that got me into this band, I saw it on MTV, like was it like MTV Top 20 Europe or something like that. It was a list where I saw the music video a couple of times in December 2005, and in January 2006 I bought the CD version of this, obviously. But yeah, this is like the album that got me into like rock music, and if I hadn't heard this album and got into rock music, I think I wouldn't play guitar myself today and I wouldn't sing today if I hadn't heard this album. So this is like a really important album for me, even though many think this is not their best album. But I think this is a really special one for me personally. Yeah, but that was like easy one to pick. Okay, we have a couple more minutes left. Then an impulse buy. So I thought this meant like an album you like just saw in the record store and bought. Well, this album I picked was kind of like that. The record I picked for this question is the debut album of Kingston Wall. This Finnish progressive rock band I mentioned earlier with their live album. But this is their first studio album, and this is actually I think this is actually the 3rd vinyl pressing of this album, which was released like in 2015. This album overall was released on vinyl first time in 2014, I think, by Swart Records, and this is also by Swart Records, but this is just a later pressing. And the reason I picked this one was I bought this last summer, when a local record shop opened its doors for the first time. So I went there straight away when I got home from school, and yeah, I saw this on the shelves, and why I bought this was that I had seen like everybody talking about Kingston Wall when I had like a couple months before joined this Finnish like record collectors like a group in Facebook called Vinylin Vinguttajat, where I saw that many were posting the albums of this band and like talking a lot about this. So I thought like I should check this band out. Like it seems like it's a really good band since everyone is talking about it. And then when I saw this on the shelves there, I like picked it immediately. I thought I will take this one, and like today you can use like Spotify and YouTube and listen to all these albums before you buy them, but I thought I wanted to make this like the old school style and just buy it and listen to it. And I thought also the cover art was really cool, and the cover art is actually done by Key von Hertzen, I think, who is actually playing in the Von Hertzen Brothers, another great Finnish band. Yeah, cover design and illustrations by Key von Hertzen. So he made this album cover, which is really cool, like this Indian themed. But yeah, this is a really great debut album, I think, so check it out. I'm sorry, but I think I have to split this video on like 2 parts since it becomes too like long. So I have to split this one right here and continue from the question number 13 next time. So I'm sorry, but I have to do this video this way. But yeah, subscribe and give this video a like, and hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next time I'll probably film the second part this week and release it maybe in the week, this week's weekend probably. But yeah, until next time, see ya VC.